I'm Bree Driscoll, and thanks for joining us. Let's begin with the representative from Missouri's 14th Senate District, Brian Williams. Senator Brian Williams, thank you for joining us. Today's program is dedicated to recognizing the contributions of Black leaders such as yourself. When you joined the Missouri Senate in 2018, you were the first Black male to serve in 2 decades. Representation matters. Can you talk about the changes you've seen in both the Senate and the House since taking office?
Well, first, it's great to be with you this morning and happy Black History Month. I'm really excited about the opportunity to talk about not just my capacity, but clearly the region that I serve and represent. Since I was elected to the Missouri Senate, I did start my session in 2019 and was the first Black male in 2 decades to serve in that chamber. And in that capacity, I really looked at it as an opportunity to really bring another voice and a perspective to the chamber, but most importantly, learn about colleagues all over the state and really give them some insight on not just myself, but the region I serve and represent here in St. Louis.
And you are a member of the Missouri Black Caucus. Can you talk about some of the important work being done there?
Well, yes. So the Missouri Black Caucus has been around for a very long time, and we have so many different leaders, trailblazers, from the first Black state senator like Ted McNeil, or the first Black woman elected to the legislature, Gwen Giles, and those were some of the members that helped start the Black Caucus. In that capacity, we get to focus on issues that impact not just Black Missourians, but also advance our state and clearly various regions around equity, inclusion, and also taking ownership on how we can really promote an ecosystem that's moving our state forward and being really a leader in the country around history of Black Missourians and most importantly, what we believe issues that'll advance our state forward in a way that's positive and productive to all Missourians.
Now, have you found that in today's political climate that those fights have been more difficult?
Well, in the Senate, which is a lot different than the Missouri State House, we do have rules and procedures like the filibuster, which allows us to slow down legislation and open up opportunities to be able to have constructive debate. I will say I have noticed that there's been a significant impact on our state due to a lot of the culture war that happens at the federal level. And that's something that has become problematic when you think about what's happening in other parts of the country, like Minneapolis with ICE. When you think about some of the programs at the federal level that have been rolled back around DEI, I think that has become something that's become deeply concerning, not just to Black Americans, but Americans in general. And it's something that we've been able to try our best to work around in Missouri, but clearly it has become challenging in some instances.
Now, during your tenure, you helped secure millions of dollars to revitalize Kinloch, Missouri's first all-Black city. Can you discuss the history of the area and what the investment means to the community and state?
Well, it means quite a bit. Kinloch holds a special place not only in St. Louis history, but in Black history across Missouri. As the oldest incorporated Black municipality in our state, it represents self-determination, resilience, community leadership at a time when those opportunities were intentionally limited. Kinloch was also a community that was incorporated in 1948 and became a center of Black civic life when segregation restricted where Black families could live, build wealth, and most importantly, govern locally. So it's a really important community and has quite a bit of historical significance.
And how will that grant money be used there?
Well, what we're going to be doing now is focused on $2 million that's going to go towards addressing cleanup. Kinloch's story is deeply connected to the growth of the St. Louis region and really to the realities of segregation and infrastructure expansion. So the airport expansion here in St. Louis and buyout programs tied to Lambert International Airport dramatically reduced the city's population and housing base. So that displacement changed the trajectory of the community, and is still felt today, which has now become an illegal dumping site. So we have secured $2 million at the state level to address illegal dumping, to clean up the city of Kinloch, and hopefully bring back a community that should be represented by safety, pride, and most importantly, upward mobility.
And you've been working to right some wrongs when it comes to the Washington Park Cemetery. Talk about the history here and what you're trying to do.
Yeah, so with Washington Park Cemetery, it's a historically Black cemetery. There are so many descendants right now that are having difficult times finding the tombstones of their loved ones. I invited several leaders out, including our then Lieutenant Governor and now Governor Mike Kehoe, to come and really see not just the significance of this cemetery, but how it's been wiped out due to the expansion of mass transit and the airport. And we've been working with institutions like Washington University here in St. Louis, which is a prominent higher education institution. They've had volunteers come out and contribute towards cleanup efforts. We have had many community members and volunteers, and most importantly, family members come out to help keep up the landscaping, have worked to help find displaced tombstones, and they're also going through records right now to help loved ones identify where their tombstone might have been, and hopefully in the future be able to replace them.
It sounds like amazing work being done with that project. We're going to take a brief pause. More of our conversation with Senator Williams coming up after the break.